Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alannah, and today we're going to be jumping into the public VDC S15 on Sunrise Circuit, and I'm going to share with you my tips on how I'm able to control these very powerful high horsepowered cars. So at first I jump in and I don't make any changes to the car. I don't mess with any of the settings, gears, nothing, and yeah, let's get into it. The only change I make is turning the force feedback up to like 160 to maybe like 170 at most, depending on how the car feels on the track. But I wouldn't recommend making these changes if you don't have a Logitech. If you have a Trustmaster or like any other type of wheel, a wheel that isn't a Logitech, or a wheel that runs on a belt system, basically, your wheel can break and it just won't be able to take the force, basically, and it might break the wheel. Whereas because Logitech, it uses gearing rather than a belt, it's able to deal with the force. Because you see the input, this bar here reaches the red a lot, meaning that you're putting the wheel under pressure, and it hits the red a lot. But the Logitech G920 can deal with the pressure, but other wheels that run on a belt system might not be able to deal with that. But I was shocked when I just tried to sit in these cars there last week and was just like, I'll drive these for the crack, show everyone how I can't drive them, show off how much of a beginner I really am. And then I was able to drive them. I was like, wait, what? Hold up, I am making a video straight away. Sat into them, couldn't really drive them, decided to turn up my force feedback, was like, yeah, let's try this, and it worked. And I was like, okay, I'm making a video about this to help other people out, to see if they're able to actually drive them too when they think they can't. Okay, that's it. I am messing with the gearing because I cannot. Let's try that. That was better. Not great, but better. Ooh. There we go, now we have a way better handle on it. Oh. Of course, as you say that, you have to spin out. El Clasico. Oh, no. Also, I tried so many competition tracks and layouts, and I cannot for the life of me drift them. I think it's just the layout. It's like, I haven't tried any like other of the tracks that I like Lime Rock or Tamada or anything to try these cars. I just decided to come on to Sunrise because I like this track and try to drift it, and yeah. But I did try a few other a few competition tracks and could not try the track. But that was more the track and like competition layout rather than the car. So that's why I chose Sunrise, because I can actually, actually show you that it's possible to drift the cars. Rather than you showing me failing 100 times on a competition track and never being able to drift a single bit of it. So you can see my technique working effectively. So maybe don't just like jump onto a competition track if you can't drive competition tracks. Jump onto a track that you know you can. Jump onto a track you know you can drive, and start from there. Because if you can't drift line or competition tracks like myself, and you're hoping to just jump into a competition track and be able to drive the VDC cars straight away, it's not going to happen. Just because you can now suddenly control the power that these cars give off does not mean you're suddenly going to know how to drift line and compete in competition tracks, or even drift or drive on competition tracks. It just means you now know how to control the car. You're going to have to learn how to drive line, you're going to have to learn how to hit boxes, and you're going to have to learn the track just like you had to learn this track first day. Boom. Like, still, I'm not doing a perfect run, even though I know how to drive this track. I don't always hit the track. I'm not always able to do it 100%. Even in the WDTS cars. But I'm still trying to learn how to control this car properly. For argument's sake, let's turn it up to 180 and see how that goes. You can obviously turn up the force feedback more if you want as well. You don't have to keep it in between 160 and 170 just because I said so. It's just a tip, what helped me. Because I have been trying out, I was trying out a few of the VDC cars, and for some of them I felt like it needed 180. And I think there's a few tracks and I was like, ooh, it just needs that extra little bit of help. Like, sometimes you can just tell when you need that extra little bit of force feedback. Ooh. That is wonderful. Look at the wheel. I didn't even reset. It just reset by itself. See the wheel in the middle of the car underneath? That was beautiful. But yeah, that is all of the tips I had to show you today, and I just wanted to show you that even if you're a beginner, if you're struggling, if you've been trying to drive them, if you've been driving them with normal force feedback, I mean, if it works for you, go for it. If you want to try and bump up the force feedback to see if it will help you too, go for it. But if your wheel breaks because you turn up your force feedback, because I said it was a tip and it helped me, I will not be held responsible. If your wheel breaks, it is not my fault. That is up to you. Just because I advised it does not mean you have to do it. So at your own risk, if your wheel is gears or belt, I advise you not to do it if your wheel is run on a belt. If it has gears, I advise try it out, but I am not responsible if your wheel breaks. Alright, thank you guys, and goodbye. See you in my next one.